Hello, everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about the Mediterranean diet a little bit, but mainly I want to give you a recipe. So I eat a Mediterranean diet. It's fairly low in meat. It's better for our bodies, better for the environment. I've been eating a Mediterranean diet for several years. It emphasizes whole grains, fruits, vegetables, smaller amounts of meat than would be typical in the American diet, and dairy. Um, so I invented a recipe that I like to eat at lunchtime. I have no idea if someone else invented this or not. It may not be original to me, but I thought of it uh, myself. And it uses a few simple ingredients. It's really fast for lunch. This is typically what I eat for lunch. Now, this is a little bit embellished from what I normally eat. So I would always have an avocado. From Costco, I get these keto-friendly wraps. This is normal. Um, from Costco, I get a hummus. I don't always get it with the pine nuts, but usually I just get the plain. But here's hummus. Um, uh, I just got these just for this photo shoot that I spontaneously decided to do. But I actually normally don't get these tomatoes. These tomatoes are a little bit bland for what I like. It really does matter what tomatoes you get for this recipe. You need something with some acid sharpness and some nice sweetness without any weird off flavors. These tend to be just a little bit bland for this recipe, but today this is what I have. And then this is something I normally never do for my for my little wraps, but today I'm going to garnish it with some fresh basil because I thought it'd be fun. Um, and I also typically add a drizzle of olive oil, high polyphenol olive oil, which just a moment I forgot to bring that out. Let's see. Sorry about that off-screen moment. I forgot my olive oil, and I do usually put this on my this is some fancy olive oil I got. It's high polyphenol. It has a kind of a bite to it. Maybe some people would call it kind of bitter and herby, naturally bitter and herby. It doesn't have anything added. It's just pure olive oil. You don't need to get something this fancy. Any olive oil that usually you want something that's single origin and is not typically mass produced from many origins. And anything that has kind of a stronger bite to it is probably going to be high in polyphenols. You don't have to get something as fancy as I have here. This is single origin from Tunisia, I believe, and it's very high in polyphenols. It has a really nice flavor, though. I have to recommend this just for the flavor alone, not even for the health benefits. The flavor of this adds an amazing sort of olive oil, I don't know, je ne sais quoi, that I can't really quite describe. It's like this sort of herby, woody olive oil flavor that's just amazing, actually. So what I do, my recipe is super simple. I eat this nearly every day for lunch. It's 5 minutes to put it together. I just take 2 wraps, which these are high in fiber, by the way. Even though they don't look like they're high in fiber, they look like just regular white bread wraps, but actually they are high in fiber. I just let's see. I just add I just go like this and like that. And I do the other one as well on the other side. So it looks like that. Then grab a spoon. I take 2 scoops of hummus. This has just basic ingredients in it. It's important to get it with just one of the reasons why I get the Costco one is not only is it cheap, but it's very basic. It has chickpeas, tahini. It does use sunflower oil as a replacement for olive oil because it's cheaper, but it's still pretty healthy sunflower oil. Peppers, garlic, cumin, parsley, sea salt, onions. I mean, really, ingredients you can understand what they are. It's not any strange additives or anything like that. And I always just do 2 scoops. And this is an important part of this. It adds legumes, which are a standard part of the Mediterranean diet. Adds fiber. It reduces, legumes have a low glycemic index. They're high in fiber. They help with weight loss. They're high in antioxidants. They're high in minerals and vitamins. And, and they find that in blue zones, people always eat legumes. Mediterranean diet has a lot of legumes in it. It's an important part of this recipe is adding the chickpea hummus. Then, as I said, I add a few tomatoes, and it's important that the tomatoes have some acid bite, a little bit of sugar and acid bite. That one looks a little funny. I usually add like 3 or 4. And then lately I've been drizzling with olive oil. I didn't always used to do the olive oil part. The one issue with olive oil, although it adds an amazing flavor and adds health benefits, it does add a few calories, not that big of a deal. But the one issue is it makes it messy. When I drizzle it with olive oil, it tends to drip olive oil afterwards, which is a little bit annoying to eat it. It was faster and cleaner to eat it before I used to add olive oil. But I just drizzle it with some olive oil, like that. So this is the basic thing that I eat nearly every day at lunch. Tomatoes, chickpea hummus, avocados, and a keto-friendly wrap that's high in fiber. And then today I'm going to do something I never do, which is add a little basil garnish for some interesting flavor and color. So that's my recipe. Thank you very much.